road to majority conference. This has been going on for a pretty long time now, but what can we expect this year, and what are some of the key events that you guys are going to have?
Well, so our conference, this is our 14th year to do this conference. We've done it in Washington D.C. until 2019, and then starting in 2020 because of shutdown protocols, et cetera, we wound up doing a kind of an abridged version in Georgia in 2020, in Florida in 2021, in Nashville, Tennessee in 22, and this year we're excited to be back in Washington D.C. Clearly, I think that the top of mind for most people who are watching politics right now are involved the elections for 2024, and frankly, at this stage in the game, we're kind of just toggling over into the beginnings of the primary season, if you will, for Republicans, and so I think we have maybe 12 declared candidates at this point. For Republican presidential on the Republican presidential side of the docket, and I believe that we're looking at either 9 or 10 of those that'll be with us here, and I think that frankly, this is the first time that all of them have been in the same place at the same time. I think a lot of folks are interested both in the grassroots realm and then also in the media realm, are intrigued to see how these folks kind of treat one another, if you will, on stage when they're only separated. Probably a lot of people interested in how they treat each other backstage, for that matter.
Who are the key speakers that you will have this year?
I think the top of the ticket and the top of mind, I think for most Americans and certainly most Republican voters, obviously would be President Trump, who will be with us on Saturday night. So this is all June the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So the evening of the 24th, we have a gala, a sit-down dinner that has featured, frankly, some of the top names over the last number of years in the world, frankly, of conservative politics. But President Trump will kind of keynote the dinner on Saturday night. But Governor DeSantis, I think most people consider, and the polling would concur with this, to be the top front runner at the moment, and he'll be with us on Friday morning about noon, maybe 12:15. But we'll also have certainly Senator Tim Scott, who's certainly made a name for himself in a number of ways. Will be a little bit early on Friday morning. Former Vice President Mike Pence will also be with us on Friday morning. A new name, I think, to the circuit or the scene a little bit is a guy named Vivek Ramaswamy, who is a businessman, has worked in finance for a number of years, extremely successful financial career, and has dipped his toes into the world of politics and public policy. He also will be with us on Friday morning.
Do you have an estimate about how many people are going to be in attendance?
We'll probably have between 2,500 and 3,000. So Washington, D.C. is not exactly the fulcrum of conservative and for that matter, religious kind of thought and culture right now. And so, we've been in Atlanta, Georgia, Orlando, Florida, and Nashville, Tennessee for the last 3 years and got great receptions in those places. But we really felt like it was important going into 2023 and again in 2024 for us to be back in our nation's capital to say, hey, these aren't just hinterland kind of conversations. This really is really truly in the belly, if you will, of what America is about. For millions and millions, literally tens of millions of American voters, these issues still are extremely animated and very sacred, if you will. And so we're looking forward to bringing that conversation fully back into the realm of Washington, D.C.